Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. The Sunday discourse on the Bhagavata, as we always do, we will start with this mantra. Shantakaram bhujagashayanam padmanabham suresham vishwadharam Gagana sadrisham meghavarnam shubhangam Lakshmi kantam kamalanayanam yogibhi dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaika natham. Lord Vishnu, the master of the whole universe, Sarva Lokaikanatham. So, today, the transition from a householder to a Sanyasi. In the Bhagavata, we find this, and very clearly instructions are there. We will study that. Why the scripture is giving this? To develop the human society. As we are discussing about this, in the Uddhava Gita particularly, this part is known as the Uddhava Gita. And in the Uddhava Gita, Lord Krishna, and it is famous as the last message of the Lord Krishna, he is telling, and here we find that he is giving the details how the society should be. The first he said that I have developed this human society, and then I have made them 4 classifications. One group of people will be considered as the Brahmana, second group the Kshatriya, then the Vaishya and the Shudra. So this way this will continue. So this is the first he said. Then he said that a individual person, his life also should be in 4 different the portion, and every 25 years, the total 100 years, it was considered the person will survive. So first 25 years will be the student's life. And then afterwards, next 25, he'll be the householder. Third is the Vanaprasthi, retired and preparing for the sannyasa, and ultimately it is the sannyasa. Did you notice that in this whole thing, always slowly the guidance is liberation? The Bhagavata is a book of liberation. It takes us, helps us, guides us into liberation. It is the knowledge, pure knowledge, but soaked in the syrup of devotion, we can say, in the copying the words of Swami Vivekananda. It's soaked in the syrup of devotion, but it is pure knowledge. Friends, we will discuss the last Sunday. We have started discussing the respective responsibilities of the 4 ashramas. The 4 ashramas, what are that? Brahmacharya, Garhastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa, ashrama. The responsibility of these people. But before that, it was the Varna. So Varna and ashrama, these 2 Sanskrit words, if you can remember, Varna, according to the capacity of the person, he was classified, he was in the group. So that Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Now here ashrama is the period of time that they will get the training. This is the human society. Just born as a human with 2 hands and 2 legs and all that, I'm a human? No, it is not considered like that. It's to the culture, it's to the education. and the manifestation of the intellect, and then pure understanding of the truth, that is the main. So here it says the first ashrama is the brahmacharya, and we have already read there were two types of brahmacharya. One is upakurbana, another naishtika. What is the upakurbana? They will enter into the householder's life. No, there is no pressure on anyone. If you feel like that, with the brahmacharya time, he is not only respecting the guru, the teacher, as God, but at the same time he is spending time with the guru till he finishes the study. And when he is, it is a comprehensive the development capacity, we can say, the program. So he will stay with the guru. So obviously, maybe his father is a king or a very rich man, maybe his parents are not so rich or maybe poor, whatever it may be. It has no connection with them. All the students will be in the same standard, and they will learn the same scripture, and they will understand according to their capacity, and they will utilize that knowledge according to their capacity again. So this is the whole way a human slowly developing. The human birth is very, very precious. Again and again the Shankaracharya mentioned. And this life we can understand who has created us. We can understand our Creator. We can find our Creator. We can go back to the source. That is called moksha. So we are studying that moksha shastra, that is this Bhagavata, through the knowledge. And the brahmachari, in the 17th chapter 30th verse, it says the brahmachari should live in the company of the teacher, shunning all comforts. The physical comforts that takes the mind away. So the brahmachari should give that up. That is why very simple food, simple dress, simple living and high thinking. A human is slowly developing, and in the beginning itself they should understand it. And he should continue maintaining the absolute chastity till his study is complete. Then afterwards, if he thinks that he should go and marry and settle as a householder, he can. And some, they have the option, if that person decide to dedicate the life for knowledge, then he should accept the one term they have used, brihad brataha. Brata means the promise. Brihat means the big promise. That is Naishtika Brahmacharya. The Naishtika Brahmacharya, they are dedicated after they finish the study from the Guru, and then one group is entering into the samsara, another they are going to become the Sanyasi. So they are bypassing the other two stages, that is how the householder's life and Banaprasthi life. Straight they are going to. Why? Temperament. So that is the way we have to understand. It says in the 36th verse, it says that evam brihad brata dharo brahmana agni eva jalan madbhakta tibra tapasa dagdha karmashaya amala. Just like the burning fire. The brahmacharya means the burning fire, because he is completely away, though there are so much of attractions are there in this world, but he is withdrawing it. Think of the strength that he is withdrawing his mind, not going into that, and it is just like the fire, whatever comes it burns. Those who practice Naishtika Brahmacharya, through these the serious spiritual practices, they burn their store up samskara, antakarana. This antakarana, man, buddhi, chitta and ahamkara. This chitta is known as antakarana. There are little terminological changes. The chitta is nothing but the and antakarana is the storehouse. Storehouse are all the impressions, all the lives that we have already spent, that is stored over there. And sometimes some people can remember, like Lord Buddha. He remembered 500 times he was born and everything he remembered, and he said that the Jataka stories. Every time we are born in different form and different situation, our mind is recording those things and carrying it with us. Mind means this antakarana, this storehouse, a part of the mind, this chitta. That is purified. Why? No samskaras are there, no impressions are there, everything is burned. Because of the tremendous austerity that they practice, physical, mental, spiritual austerities. In the Bhagavad Gita, very clearly, the same Bhagavan Krishna, he had, that's why they say Jagat Guru. Why the Krishna is Jagat Guru? He gave everything. How one should practice austerity to purify his mind. The physical austerity is there, then Bachika, and in thought also the austerity. So in the Bhagavad Gita, if you study, you will find all this. And one who is really sincere to realize God should practice the austerity. Otherwise, how can he realize God? So this austerity is when the brahmachari is practicing, he becomes like a blazing fire. Ma Sharadamani Devi used to protect the brahmacharis, used to respect the brahmacharis. Ma Sharadamani Devi, respecting the brahmacharis. Why? Because they are completely different. Apparently they are not. Apparently they are just like any ordinary person. So this is the reason, after joining in the organization in a monastery, one should go away from the families and the friends and the... Why? Because they will never ever understand, oh, this man is completely changed. For them, it will be, oh, this is the same person. We knew him. Oh, they were the friends. He is from that house, particularly in India. That we know each other, and they will be all huge family. So this is the reason they always should go in a far away place where there is no one known to him. So this way they slowly grow. This brahmacharya, evam Brihad Brato Dharo Brahmana Agni Iba Jalan Mad Bhakta Tibra Tapasa Dagdha Karmashaya Amala. Amala means is become purified. Now Mala Amala. Mala means the dirts, and now Mala is the pure Amala. So it says in this way, how? By practicing austerity. What are the austerities? Controlling the tongue. They should not speak unnecessarily. And the physically, they should also practice the austerities, etc. I am not going into details, so we will someday, maybe we can discuss. So there are two types of students. One, after finishing the study, they go and join in the society and become a householder. What they should do? What should be the occupation? If he is a Brahmana, he is having that capacity, and he will then take up that. So we will come to this. Finishing the study in Gurukula, if the student wishes to enter the householder's life, he should take the permission of the teacher and with his blessing go back and marry a girl who must be younger in age and begin his family life. All details are there. Those who are interested, you can read the Uddhava Gita. It is there in the 17th chapter. So obviously the Griharthi Sadrishim Bharayam Uddahet Ajugupshitam Yabiya Sim tu Bayosa Tam Sarvanam Anukramat. Those who settle down in householder's life should earn according to their respective varnas. Griharthi, those who want to settle as a householder, Sadrishim Bharyam Udbeha. Udbeha means they will marry. Sadrishim Bharyam. The Bharya, the wife, should be of the same category. Otherwise, it is very difficult. The love marriage is good. But the problem is only two persons are not married. It is a whole family. And the family is associated with the society. So afterwards it becomes very difficult. So we have to understand and adjust. Of course, in the modern days, the whole world has become like a one country. So we know each other, we can appreciate each other and adjust with other cultures also. So this is the way, it's no problem. But Sadrishi Bharjam. But one thing they have said, Ajugupsitam. What is this Ajugupsita? One who is not criticizing others or constantly fighting with others. That type of lady. So why? Because that lady, mother, is the source, is the center of a family. The wife, today's wife, the tomorrow's mother. So obviously, if that lady is constantly having the craving and constantly quarreling with others, creating problem in the family, there's so much they don't understand that breaking a family means they're breaking the tradition. And she going out and starting a family again, and the next generation, they will go out, they won't listen to them. We have to understand that. So, Jugupsitam, the lady, the girl, should be very adjustive, very loving way, should keep everyone. Mother is the main source. So why they are telling so much? Because it is not the father, it is the mother. She keeps contact with all the neighbors and all the relatives and with the children and with the husband and friends of the husband, and so much. That one lady, she is the pivotal, she is the center, she is keeping everything. And if she is qualified to develop this wonderful relation, that family really grow very happily. So that is why they say, Yabiyosim tu bayosa, and she should be little younger than the person, the man. Tam sarvanam anukramat, and they should continue. So how they should earn? According to their varna. Now this is the ashrama. Again and again I am repeating, one is a varna, another is ashrama. So varna is a period of individual human life. So that varna, and now he is coming to ashrama. So that varna is now coming. What he is doing in the ashrama? The varna is a clan, we can say. The Brahmana, Kshatriya, and the ashrama is the period. Now the Brahmana. We know who can be Brahmana. We have already studied that. Now that Brahmana, what is his temperament? Study. His temperament is to also give coaching, teaching, and worship. So that is the Brahmana. So that Brahmana, according to the respective varna. Brahmana householder are supposed to earn by performing religious performances, pujas, etc., through teaching and by accepting gifts. Other varnas, are not supposed to accept the gift because insult to them. A gift means the donation, but the Brahmana can accept the donation. The Sannyasins can accept the donations, but a householder, they are not. Is a businessman. If he is going and accepting the donation from some other, that means his business is not, he is not earning that much money. So why should he go? He is supposed to give. But a teacher, a Brahmana, he is not earning that much. So they go and they accept. See, this is the way the whole society was balanced. Without understanding, we just simply complain and we like to break it and so all these things. It is not like this. The society is like you are the fabrics slowly giving a beautiful form, beautiful shape. And it's not in a one day, thousands of years, and they develop a culture. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, it is culture that withstands shocks. The culture is the very important thing. You cannot simply break it, and if you break it, then uprooted personality, they do not know what they will do. Oh, I don't understand God, so I am not caring for God. Then I don't have the family, I don't like family, I don't like the relatives. Then how you are surviving? Just all alone? Going to office, earning some money, then coming back and preparing some food, and then you're sleeping. Think of your idea that how you are developing. There is no adjustment, there is no learning, there is no friendship. So we have to understand this is very, very important. So I have to accept the one type of life according to my capacity and capability. And if I accept the life of a Brahmana, a very, very important thing, because he is the teacher. All others, three groups will go to the Brahmana only. They'll go to learn from him. So Brahmana should leave a high moral value. And what is the morality? God alone is. That is the highest morality. So the Brahmana should live always on that high pedestal. But for the survival of the body, they should also earn. And how? By teaching. They are the teachers. The Brahmanas used to teach. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are such an intelligent person. What was his profession? Teaching. He started a school and started giving the classes, and whatever little money the students used to bring, in those days mainly they used to bring the fruits and the vegetables and the rice, and the teacher family is very happy. By that way only they used to do. But most of the time he is studying, concentrating, meditating. That is the Brahmana. Then come the Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Now, you may remember a beautiful story. It is a fact in the Mahabharata. In the beginning, all they go as a student and live under a teacher. So what happened? Dronacharya, he was a Brahmana. He went to his teacher where he met another person, Drupada. Drupada was the son of a king. He was a prince. But in that ashrama there is no difference. So Drupada and the Dronacharya, they became very fast friends. And they were very happy with each other. Then slowly, time passed, they grew up, and then when they were departing after the graduation, the Drupada said, I am going to take up the responsibility of a king. My friend, you are a Brahmana, so you are going back and then settle down as a Brahmana. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to come to me. Dronacharya came back and he married the sister of a Kripacharya. But you know the Kripacharya, the another Acharya in the Mahabharata. Though they were Brahmana, but afterwards they took up the job of a Kshatriya. That is a different story. Now this Dronacharya has a son, Ashwatthama. He was a very strong, healthy boy. He used to play with other boys. And other boys, they used to drink milk. Their mothers will call them, will give them the glass of milk, as always they do, mothers they always do. Now stop the game, now stop the playing, and then come and drink the milk. Each one is to get the milk except this Ashwatthama. So he used to run to his mother and say, give me the milk. Everybody is giving. Ashwatthama's mother, she was so poor, she could not afford the milk. But the boy will go on pestering, crying and demanding what to do. She made some white color water and gave it to him and said, now you drink it, this is the milk. Ashwatthama was very happy. So he took the glass and went out, and along with their friends, he was drinking in the same. So he was telling, this is my milk. But those, they were from the rich family. They knew what is milk and what is not. They saw that and said, oh, this is not milk. This is only white color water. So your mother must have used the dust of the rice and made this. It is not milk. The boy came back and asked the mother, is this milk? Cow milk? Then she could not give the answer. She started crying. In the meantime, Dronacharya came back. He saw, he felt really very sorry. What a father I am, cannot give a glass of milk to my son. When he was sad and thinking, then his wife suggested, why don't you go to your friend? Because Dronacharya many times told those stories to his wife about his friends, and he said, Drupada is my very close friend, and Drupada is a king, etc., etc. So the wife suggested, why don't you go to your king? You are a Brahmana, and you have the right to accept the donation. Now you go and tell your friend that you like some donation to maintain your family. There is nothing wrong in it. Dronacharya thought, let me go. So he went. The one mistake he did, perhaps, when the king was sitting on the throne, he went and he called him as he used to call him in the school. But this time this man is a king. He has his all respect. So obviously he felt very angry. And he showed that he could not recognize the Dronacharya. Drupada told, who are you, beggar? Why you are calling me in this way? Be humble, otherwise I am going to give you the punishment. Dronacharya was thoroughly insulted. And he thought, what is this? Then he understood, because of the wealth and power, he has forgotten the good relationship. So this always happened. Dronacharya came back. And that moment he took the decision, no, I am also going to earn money. And then I will show that I can also become powerful. So Dronacharya started from there. He started walking towards the Kuru Rajya. So he knew that there is a very powerful kingdom, a rich kingdom. He will get a job over there. He left the Brahmana job. Now this is to be noted. The Brahmana job, the profession of a Brahmana, that is performing the pujas, accepting donation and all those. He took up the Kshatriya job. The profession of a Kshatriya, that means to fight and giving the training and all those things, the military training. He went and he saw, that the story goes on, I am not going in details, and Bhishma recruited him as a teacher of the young prince. All those princes were there, the Kuru and Pandavas, he was the teacher. When they learned, then they wanted to give the Guru Dakshina. You know, this is the tradition. I have learned from you, O Venerable Sir, I like to also give you something. Dronacharya told, as a Guru Dakshina, you have to go fight with the Drupada and you have to bind him and bring him to me. That is the best gift that I will accept. Others, they were very much afraid to go to Drupada, because Drupada was very powerful. It was a very strong kingdom. So it was not so easy to go and fight with him and bring them. It is not the whole country going, only the boys are going, the students, those who have completed the military education. Now they wanted to give something, so the teacher is asking, go and fight with the Dronacharya, Drupada, and bind him, bring him here. You should not kill him, you should arrest him and bring. It is not a simple thing. And it is not the Bhishma and all others are going with their all power. No. The boys should go, the students should go. So obviously it was very difficult. Arjuna told, I am going to do that. Arjuna was very confident. So he went and he challenged the Drupada, and afterwards, in a single fight, so in duel we can say, after that he brought him there. So Dronacharya was very happy and he used to love Arjuna for that. So here we notice they could change the professions also. Suppose a Brahmana not taking up the Brahmana, the profession, he can go to become a Kshatriya or can become a Vaishya. That permission was there. Again, a Kshatriya, like the Vishwamitra, he was a Kshatriya. Then when he found that he is no match with the Brahmana, so then he started practicing the austerity to gain that power, supernatural power, and the power of the scripture. Then from a Kshatriya he became a Brahmana. So it could change. And this is the way the whole the society was. So now the Brahmin householder become ideal householder. The householder, through his love for knowledge, this Brahmin householder, they were greatly respected, highly respected because of their knowledge and their austere life. Some of you may know that the beautiful story of Buno Ramdas. Buno, he was wild. The Ramdas used to live in the forest, never care for anything, but he was a great scholar. For all other things, people used to go to him. The Ramdas, he could not give anything to his wife, not proper clothing or the jewelries, nothing. But the lady was very happy with his wife, with her husband, because the husband was a qualified person. So she was proud that my husband is a teacher. Though humble, the one day so happened, the queen of that place, she came to bathe in the river. And the Ramdas' wife was also bathing almost in the same place in a little distance. The queen noticed that this lady, though married, is not having any jewelry. In India, it is a tradition that the married women should have the jewelries. So she started taunting, who is it? And look at her, the poor lady. Her husband cannot purchase a little thing and to gift her. The jewelry is a must for a married woman. The Buno Ramdas' wife showed her hand and showed that as a few the threads were there, the red threads were there on her wrist. And she showed that and told, this is more powerful than your husband's gift. more worthy than your husband's gift. She became insulted. She came back and complained to the king. When the king inquired and came to know that lady was the wife of Buno Ramdas, then the king said to his queen, "My God, you do not know how respected person is he. His wife, you must go and beg pardon from her." So that was the society. High respect for the educated people, qualified people, austere people, holy people. That was the Indian society. So this is the way the Kshatriya householder, the king, their rulers, their military, so they go in that way. Vaishya householders taking care of the economy and the business, and Shudra householders, they serve the society. So they could change this way. There are now some common duties for all the ashramas. What are the common duties? Now it is clear, the Brahmana, then the Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, according to their profession, they were educated in the same way. Now the professions are different. But the whole society should practice one type of morality to develop the spirituality. That was also listed. What are those? Shaucham, cleanliness. The first thing, the cleanliness. You can understand in the very early society, the people, how they used to live. So it was thrust on them. First, you should be very clean. Every time, thrice you should bathe. Otherwise, you are not allowed in the respected society. So, shaucham, achamanam, you should clean your mouth. Snanam, then bathing. Shaucham means cleanliness. The house and the dress and the body should be clean. Snanam, bathing. Sandha upasti mama archanam, regular prayer and God's puja. Mama archana, mama means the God. Tirtha Sheva, you must visit the holy places. Japa, repeat the name of God. Asprishya, abhaksha, asamabhashya, barjanam. Asprishya, those are something are there that you should not go and touch all the time, because the contamination and all those. So maybe a dead body, a dead animal, you should be a little away from that. So asprishya, you should not go. Abhaksha, a food which has gone bad, should not eat that. And also asamabhashya, you should not use the bad words. Barjanam, when you are behaving with people, should not use the bad words. You will notice that educated people and the elites of the people, they know the bad words, but they will never the filthy words. They don't use it. The cultured people don't use it. But if you go down to the lower grade people, almost all the time they are going on using that filthy words. Why? This is the difference of culture. The culture purifies the mind, and slowly, slowly the human develop the control of the mind. So the 17th chapter, 34 verse, and also 35th. Sarvasrama prayukto ayam niyama kulanandana. Sarva asrama, 4 ashramas. All the 4 ashramas, people of the 4 ashramas, they should practice this, that they should be clean all the time. Yesterday, a few guests came, 4 of them, and they were telling Swamiji, the moment we entered into the center, the Vivekananda center here, and it's so welcoming. Everything is so neat, so clean, and everything so properly maintained. The moment we entered, we felt, this is very welcoming. So cleanliness, of course, credit goes to the volunteers and the brahmacharis. So they are cleaning it every time, maintaining it. So this is the way Always. If you go to Belur Math, any Ramakrishna Mission ashram, any ashram, our temple, all the time clean. That is the first thing Swami Vivekananda taught. You must have to keep everything neat and tidy, very clean. And all other things that they are practicing. Sarvasrama prayukto ayam niyama kulanandana madhbhava sarvabhuteshu. Now that is the physical practices. Now suddenly the God is giving another task, and that is very subtle, and that is for the mind. You have to see me, the God, in every being. All the ashrama people, that means the whole society should practice this. The cleanliness, washing the mouth and bathing and regular practices of the puja, taking the name of God, all these things will be there, and not using the filthy words, that means controlling your anger. These are, of course, the external. And what internal? Immediately it is taken to the highest Advaitic ideology. See me in every being. Madhbhava sarva bhuteshu mana bhak kaya sanyama. So your mind should be controlled. So many different thoughts are going on, should be controlled. So many times you are tempted to say something, you should control. Kaya bhak control. And then kaya, the body. So the control of the mind, control of the words, of the tongue, and also the physically you should not behave in that way. Sanyama, this is spirituality. The whole society, they should practice this. That's why the Rishi Aurobindo said, Hinduism is not a religion, it is a way of life. Sometimes some people, they misunderstand it, misinterpret it. That is not a religion. It is, of course, religion. And the religion that is helping us to live in that religion. And this is the religion. Physically and mentally completely pure. Now, another must performance for all the ashramas has been described in 50th verse, and that is Pancha Yajna. That is not for all the ashramas. It's not for all the ashramas, it's for the grihasthis. It's a must perform. The grihasthis should perform the Pancha Yajna. Sometimes say Pancha Mahayajna. Pancha means 5. Yajna means performances, spiritual performances. So this Pancha Mahayajna, what is that? Householder. Now we are talking about the householder. First, the Brahmana householder, what they should do, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Then there's a common, some practices. Then comes these also, the householders, whoever may be, Brahmana, Kshatriya, they should practice in this way. What is that? Rishi Yajna. They read scripture and holy books regularly, daily. You have to read. One must read. Holy book, one must read. You will find that in the Islam also they always insist that you must read Quran. Christianity always insists that you must read Bible. And the Hindus, they always read either the Gita or the Ramayana, Tulsidasi Ramayana, and many others. And nowadays people, they like to read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So that is the all scripture one must read. Pitri Yajna, we must remember and respect the ancestors, because we should become humble to them, whoever they were. Because of them we are here now. So that is called, the human is grateful. Grateful to whom? Rishis. Why? They have given the very high morality to us. So reading the scripture means constantly remembering those moralities. And then our mind will be on that plane. Remembering our ancestors. Why? Because of them we are. Then Deva Yajna. One is Rishi Yajna, then Pitri Yajna, then Deva Yajna. This Deva Yajna respect to God by performing puja. So almost all household, the Hindus, they are having a small place that's called shrine, personal shrine. In the morning, before doing anything, they will burn an incense stick and keep over there. When for all the folded hands, they will pray, "Oh God, please save me, save my family, and also save the society, and be kind on us." Like that they will pray. Every day one should do. It's not very difficult. This Pancha Mahayagya is not very difficult. Anyone can do. Only if you have that inclinations. No, I don't believe in this. Okay, we are not talking for those people. Bhuta Yajna. Bhuta Yajna, one should offer food to animals and birds. So how in this society, if we are not helping the animals and birds, how they will survive? And if they are not surviving, naturally in the nature, if the changes are coming, we will be affected. So this is the reason. So long back, even the time of Krishna and before him, these are the things. It was a must. You must offer some food to the animals and birds. And then come Nri Yajna. You have to donate to help the poor and needy. In the society, there may be some people who are failure. So they need some help, some food. So we have to take care of that. This is not the sannyasi's duty. This is the duty of the householders. And the 17th chapter, in verses 51, 52, 53 and 54, the Lord advised the householders not to be attached with the relatives and friends too much. So I am not reading those. Those who are interested, you can read that. The money that he earns judiciously, he is earning the money judiciously in a proper way, should be used for the maintenance of his family and for the philanthropic work. So that is the injunction. He should always remember the temporariness of this world and constantly remember God. By this way, he will become pure. This is the period, 25 years period of the householder's life. So 25 years is the brahmacharya, but it says they usually used to marry at the age of 18. Up to 6, they will be with the mother and the parents. Then from 6 to 16 with the teacher. Then after coming back, settling down, it takes another 4 years. So 3 to 4 years there, because they will be settled and started earning money. They cannot marry depending on the father's earning. So they should start earning. Then they will be married. So we can say from 18 or from 20 years up to 50 years. This is the period of the householder. And then they should prepare for the Vanaprastha. We will come to that. A householder, after worshipping me, the God, through his householder's duties, may retire and prepare for the highest and the final stage, sannyasa. So it goes in this way. And to introduce the third asrama, Vanaprastha, the Lord said, it is the 18th chapter, first verse. Vanam bibikshu putreshu bharjam nyasya sahaiva va vana eva baset shanta tritiyam bhagam ayushuhu. Tritiyam bhagam ayusha. Ayu means the longevity. Tritiya bhagam, the third, that means from 50 to 75, these 25 years. What they should do? They should retire at the age of 50. Now, most of the countries, the retirement age, it was 60, now it has become 65. Naturally, the medicine is good, the health consciousness has come, longevity. So that is not the question. Question is, a period of time will come, the retirement. The Vanaprasthi should decide to live a retired life, go to a secluded place. Why? Because with the family now, they are withdrawing themselves. If they live with the son, daughter, grandchildren, they will be never to withdraw their mind. It is not compulsory. Those who can, for them only, they should, after the retirement, they should go. Maybe with his wife, or if the wife is not willing, keeping her at the care of the son. So they should go to this human life. It was this way, slowly they should prepare for the final. Vanaprasthi period is spent with great austerity, physical and mental. Within these 25 years, one should detach oneself from all the worldly objects and contracts on the earth. So all those things slowly, slowly. See how ultimate is the sannyasa. Sannyasa, samyak nyasa. The instructions that has been given in the 18th chapter, verses 1 to 11, may not be possible to practice for the modern day people, but if you are interested, you can read from the Uddhava Gita. It is in English if you want. Our bookstores are having the book, the Uddhava Gita, translated by Swami Madhavananda ji, and the 13th chapter of that book. It is there. I'll just give a hint what type of austerity one should practice. Because they used to live in a happy life in the family, now they should practice Panchagni, 5 fires. The sun will be on the top, and the 4 fire you should lit and sit in the center. Ma Sharadamani Devi performed that Panchagni. It is not so easy. So what happens? You have to spend the whole day sitting over there. The moment the sun is over there on the head, maybe at 12 o'clock, and you are sitting there fasting after bathing, and go on taking the name of God, slowly that heat burning your skin, but you have to go on repeating the name of God, forgetting your body consciousness. That is the main idea. So Panchagni is a very, very hard. And then another, that's called Abravakasha Brata. Brata means the promise or practice, you can say. This practice, what type of practice? When it is, that rain is torrential rain, you should go and stand over there without showing any weakness. So you're bathing with the rain, maybe for hours. So by that way you have to prepare your body. Another, Udaka Basa Brata. Udaka means the water. Basa, staying. In the winter time, you should go down up to your neck and then stand over there in that chill water, very cold water, and take the name of God constantly, forgetting the pain that you are feeling in the body. So what is the idea? Why this type of tremendous? No, don't try to practice, because it is very difficult. I am not asking you to do that. Many of us won't be able to. In those days it was there. But those who are strong, if they like to withdraw the mind from the body, Pancha Mahayagya, Panchagni. This is the tremendous thing. This Panchagni, not only just sitting in the fire, no, not like that. You have to forget that you are sitting inside the fire. Not that you are bathing under the rain. You have to forget the body consciousness. That is the idea. And also going down in the chill water. You have to forget. So this thing, if we can practice some other way, forgetting the body consciousness again and again, that will suffice. That will be sufficient. So this way one should practice withdrawing the mind from the body, and that pure one-pointed mind we should give to become a sannyasi. Yad hareva virajet, tad hareva pravarjet. It says in the, whenever you feel like giving up, renounce. Yad hareva pravarjet, jad hareva virajet. Viraja means giving away. The moment you think that I like to give away all that I am having, do that. That is the time for you. But just leaving the household is not helping you. For what you are leaving? God realization. You should have the pure conception, clear conception about the God realization. At the Atma Jnana, the knowledge of the self, you should have that clear idea. Then only it will be beneficial. Otherwise, simply living and going away, sometimes people, they become emotional. Oh, I should go away and then roam like this. No, that is so many people they do. That is not helping you. The globetrotters, I met one gentleman, he has come with the cycle and roaming around. There are so many people are doing like that. That is all different things, it's all good, but the thing is, sannyasa is completely different thing. You are going to give away all desires, all attachment, and becoming only God-centric. God, God and God, nothing else. Friends, I think in our next class we will discuss about the sannyasa, the beautiful way. But I like to read one poem before I conclude. When Swami Vivekananda was here in America, and in the August 1898, he was in 1895, he was in the Thousand Island Park. I don't know how many of you have visited that. I went with some of our devotees. They are maintaining it as it is, the Thousand Island Park, the beautiful where Swamiji stayed, the small house, and he stayed with only 12 or some few numbers, and gave them the high Advaita, the inspired talks. The book is there, and there he composed the Song of the Sannyasins. Let me read the first poem, first para. Wake up the note, the song that had its birth far off, where worldly taint could never reach, in mountain caves and glades of forest deep, whose calm no sign for lust or wealth or fame could ever dare to break, where rolled the stream of knowledge, truth and bliss, that follows both. Sing high that note, Sannyasin bold, say Om Tat Sat Om. There's 13 verses he composed over there, and in the last verse he said, thus day by day till karma's power spent, release the soul forever, no more is birth, nor I, nor thou, nor God, nor man. The I has all become, the all is I and bliss. No, thou art that, Sannyasin bold, say Om Tat Sat Om. Very beautiful. I will once again, we may read, and if you are interested, you can purchase the poems of Swami Vivekananda. He was a great writer, and that way. So in the next class, I think that is on the 9th Sunday, we will that we will dedicate to Sri Krishna, because the Krishna Janmashtami will be very near. So we will dedicate to Sri Krishna, because we are reading his teachings. So who is this Krishna? We will discuss on that. And then again the next Sunday maybe the 16th. On that we will discuss about the sannyasa and the knowledge of Vedanta, knowledge of Bhagavatam. Sannyasa and the knowledge of Bhagavatam. That way you will try to discuss. Thank you very much. Any question?
Yes, yeah. So Tanya Guha, Tanya is asking, Pranam, Swamiji, thank you so much for your words. Can you tell us a little about the austerities to be followed to purify the mind?
Tanya, we will discuss it maybe in our 16th class, if you please continue. The austerity means, we have the nature, and nature is constantly provoking us to react. Controlling those is austerity. Now, somebody is blaming me or criticizing me or abusing me. I can also go and fight. By nature will provoke me to do that. But I am not going to do that. Controlling that is called austerity. I feel like eating something, but no, I should not eat. Today, I am not going to drink even a drop of water. I should control my thirst and hunger, austerity. So like this, when the nature is provoking you to go and react, if you can control. Swami Vivekananda said, it is easy to move away the horse, but it is very difficult to control the rein and keep it stand in one place. Very difficult. So that is the way we can. The controlling the mind is called austerity. We may discuss some other time.
The next question is from Srimad Vishwas. How a householder decide to be sannyasi?
Householders, as we discussed the Srimad, that is when we are after the education, you are marrying and settling down, then when you are retired, then from the retirement life you try to prepare yourself for the sannyasa, and sannyasa means completely ego free. We will discuss about that. The completely ego free. Householders, we have to have the ego and our own respect. So obviously that is the preparation. Then when at that age you have to prepare, try to live alone as maximum possible. That Swamiji Bhashyananda, he purchased almost 80 acres, 100 acres of land, and he constructed small houses over there and the Michigan, Ganges. And he thought that after the retirement people will go over there like that. But it is not possible because the place is a very isolated, very far. But people need at that age immediate medical care, and also so their sons and the daughters can come and visit like this. I have a mind in this place, if we can construct one the house, maybe there some of the rooms will be there. This type of people, after completing their householder's life, if they like to come and stay permanently, they can stay. Our shrine is there, library is there, and we have the garden, they can help us. But that will be the preparation for the sannyas life. So this, many places they are developing like this. From the samsara to the sannyasa, in between you have to prepare yourself. It's called vanaprastha. Anything?
Well, next question is from Sudipta Chattaraj. Sudipta Chattaraj. He is asking how to start a pure divine love if not followed previously. Maharajji, how to practice unselfishness?
Very good question. Practicing unselfishness. See that when you are suppose sharing something with other, but without any expectation that the person whom you have given something, the gift, will be remembering you or thank you or grateful, not doing that. That is called unselfishness. The practicing like that. Suppose you are helping your relatives, don't expect anything in return. Even they are criticizing you, even they are forgetting the help that you have done, you are not reacting. That is called unselfishness. And the pure love means the same thing. I only love, oh God, whether you love me or not, it doesn't matter. So when we love God, we expect that everything will be good to me. I worship God and I took the name of God. Why this problem will come to me? Not like that. No bargaining and no business with God. That is called pure love. I only love God. But how you will love? Some good qualities. If it is the Ramachandra, if it is the Krishna, if it is Sri Ramakrishna, if it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the qualities of that personality, if you like, you can love. And in that love, if there is no expectation in return, pure love, we can do it.
The next question is from Devjani Dhar. Devjani Dhar. The question is it possible to be spiritual by sitting at home and praying instead of going to mandir?
Of course, Devjani, one can become spiritual. And what is the spirituality? The world is there and spirituality is there. These are the two things. The spirituality means that which is not connected with this world. Whether connected with this world means if you are hankering for this world, I want name, I want fame, I want appreciation, I want all these things, that is called worldly things. Exactly opposite spirituality. Anyone can practice anywhere, and from the householder's life, staying in home, that you can also do. Whatever you are doing, don't expect anything against in return. Swamiji said, unselfishness is more paying. But we don't have the patience to practice it. If we become unselfish and perform the action, we truly get lot. But don't expect whether you are going to get it back in return or not. Maybe, God forbid, the people will misunderstand you, people will criticize you, whatever the good thing you wanted to do. But in return, don't expect anything, whether they are praising or criticizing. You know what you have done is to please the God, and God is Jagannatha. He is having two big eyes. He observes, he sees, he knows, and his blessings will surely come. Whether you expect it or not, it will come, and that is called spirituality. Thank you very much. So let us chant this mantra and conclude. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramaruta Stunnanti Divyai Stabai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina Yasyantam Nabidu Surasuragana Devaya Tasmai Namah. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.